Stoic paradoxes that will change how you see life. Life often feels like a riddle. We spend our days chasing things that slip through our hands. We try to hold on to certainty in an uncertain world. And when suffering arrives, we cry out, "Why me?" The Stoics knew this feeling well. They lived through wars, plagues, betrayals, and losses. Yet out of the chaos of life, they gave us insights so sharp, so paradoxical, that they almost sound like riddles themselves. Today, we'll explore Stoic paradoxes, truths that seem strange at first, but once understood, can change how you see life forever. 1. The only true good is virtue. The first Stoic paradox, nothing is good except virtue. This is shocking to modern ears. We think money is good, health is good, success is good, love is good. But the Stoics would say none of these things are good in themselves. Why? Because anything outside your control cannot be the foundation of your happiness. Wealth can be stolen, health can fail, love can fade. Only one thing is truly yours: your character, your choices, your virtue. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." The paradox is that if only virtue is good, then nothing that happens to you can truly harm you unless you abandon virtue. Think about that. Not poverty, not sickness, not betrayal, not even death. The only true misfortune is moral corruption. This turns life upside down because it means freedom is not in changing the world, but in governing yourself. 2. Pain is not an evil. The second Stoic paradox, pain is not an evil. Most of us live our lives running from pain and chasing pleasure, but the Stoics say pain itself is indifferent. It is not good or bad. The sting of pain is real, yes, but its meaning is chosen by you. Epictetus, who himself was a slave with a broken leg, taught, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." When pain arrives, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, you still have a choice. You can see it as an enemy, or you can see it as a teacher. Think of athletes training. They endure pain to grow stronger. Soldiers endure hardship to prepare for war. Parents endure sacrifice for the love of their children. The Stoic paradox is that pain can become fuel for virtue, patience, courage, endurance. Pain is not evil. The only evil is cowardice in the face of pain. 3. The wise man alone is free. Here's another paradox. The wise man alone is free, and every fool is a slave. How can this be true? Aren't free men those who walk where they wish, buy what they desire, live without chains? The Stoics would disagree. Freedom is not the ability to do what you want. Freedom is the ability not to be enslaved by what you want. A man addicted to pleasure is a slave, even if he wears a crown. A man chained to anger is a slave, even if he rules an empire. But the one who governs himself, who can say no to his passions and yes to virtue, that is the truly free man. Epictetus, once a literal slave, said it best, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And so, paradoxically, the man with nothing may be freer than the man with everything if he has self-mastery. 4. Only the present is ours. Another Stoic paradox, the past and future are nothing to us, only the present is ours. We live much of life in time that doesn't exist. We replay old wounds, we anticipate future fears, and in doing so, we waste the only thing we ever truly have, the moment before us. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, confine yourself to the present. The past is unchangeable, the future is uncertain, but the present is real. When you anchor yourself in the present, you gain clarity. You can act with reason, not regret. You can choose with courage, not fear. The paradox is that life feels long, but it is only ever lived in an instant. Master the instant, and you master life. 5. Death is not to be feared. Perhaps the most difficult paradox: death is not an evil. Most people spend their lives running from the thought of death, trying to escape the inevitable. But the Stoics say death is natural, necessary, and beyond our control. MarcusAurelius wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." To the Stoics, death is simply the return of what was borrowed. We do not own life, we are guests here. The paradox is that by remembering death, we actually live more fully. When you realize you could die tomorrow, suddenly every sunrise becomes brighter, every conversation more precious, every act of kindness more urgent. MementoMori, remember you will die, is not morbid, it is a call to truly live. 6. Fortune is neither good nor bad. Another Stoic paradox: what most people call good fortune or bad fortune is neither. If wealth comes to you, it is not good. If poverty comes, it is not bad. If you rise to power, it is not good. If you lose it, it is not bad. Fortune is like the weather. It comes and goes without malice or favor. What matters is not what fortune gives, but how you use it. A rich man may be corrupted by greed, while a poor man may grow in gratitude. A sick man may grow bitter, while another may grow strong in spirit. The paradox is that fortune has no moral weight. The good or evil lies not in fortune itself, but in the soul that meets it. 7. The world is perfect as it is. The last Stoic paradox we'll reflect on: the universe is perfectly ordered, even in its seeming chaos. Look at the world. Wars, disease, betrayal, suffering. It feels broken. Yet the Stoics insisted that nature is whole, rational, and purposeful. Marcus Aurelius said, "Whatever happens to you has been waiting to happen since the beginning of time." This doesn't mean the world is free from pain, but it means pain has a place. It is part of the greater whole, just as shadows give shape to light. The paradox is that acceptance, not resistance, is the doorway to peace. By saying yes to the universe as it is, you stop fighting reality and begin to live in harmony with it. Living the paradoxes. So, what do these paradoxes mean for us today? That the good life is not what we've been taught. It's not about possessions, praise, or control. It's about virtue, wisdom, and inner freedom. Virtue is the only true good. Pain is not an evil. Only the wise are free. The present is all we have. Death is not to be feared. Fortune is neither good nor bad. The world is perfectly ordered. Each paradox asks us to unlearn the lies we've inherited. Each one asks us to shift from chasing externals to cultivating the soul. At first, these truths feel hard, even impossible, but live with them and they begin to transform you. When insulted, you remember the insult can't touch your virtue. When pain strikes, you remind yourself, it can teach me courage. When death whispers, you smile, you knew it was coming all along. This is Stoicism, not an escape from life, but a deeper embrace of it. The Stoics lived in times no easier than ours. They lost children, suffered betrayal, fought wars, faced plagues, yet they walked with serenity. Why? Because they saw the world through these paradoxes. They trained their minds to accept what most reject, and in that acceptance, they found strength, freedom, and peace. So the next time life shocks you, hurts you, frightens you, remember these paradoxes. Turn them over in your mind until their strange wisdom becomes your own. Because in the end, the greatest paradox of all is this: when you stop fighting life, life itself begins to fight for you. And if this message touched you, remember, mastery is not just learned, it's lived. So, take these lessons into your day and let them shape you into someone unshakable. If you found value here, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, leave a comment with your reflections, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Together, we walk the path of reason,